So you build up a big book, is what I'm guessing here. You end up having your own agency.
Eventually, I got my own agency. It was called the Ori Agency. And by that time, I was doing solely credit life and A&H on the financing of loans with automobile dealers. I was the pioneer back in New York of, if you go into an automobile dealership today, there's really no car salesman. They call themselves a salesman. They're only they demonstrate the car to you. And then if you like the car, then they turn you, they'll say, my finance and insurance manager, my business manager, my manager, they got all sorts of names. I created that system.
And those are really the closers, is those two.
Yeah, I taught the automobile dealer how to sell a car at cost. Back, I'm talking the late 60s and 70s, and still make $2,000 a car.
From the financing.
Yeah, financing. Then I had polyglycol out of Scarsdale, New York. I had the from the Tappan Zee to Niagara Falls. I had that whole territory. We did warranties. We did car alarms. Everything you could think of. I was doing several millions of dollars a year. I had a deal with the insurance company. By this time, they were out of Battle Creek, Michigan, where they allowed me to use the premiums to increase my business because I was their golden boy. And that was back in those days, that was a norm. And all it consisted of, they come into my office, never went to my bookkeeper. Okay, how much you out? And I was always 1 month behind. And I kept them in my credenza. And that was how the vice president of the insurance company did an audit on me. Right, it was a deal that I had. Only 3 people knew about that deal. It was me, my brother, and my accountant. And I came up with a genius idea of how I was going to bring my business national. And I stole the concept of Century 21 real estate. And I created my own, and I was going to get agents throughout the country to represent my products. And I needed $12 million. Where was I going to get that $12 million? I met Ralph Serpi along with my friend Frank Russo in Boston. They were filming The Brinks Job. I met John Cassavetes, Peter Falk, Jazz Maffey, one of the guys who actually performed The Brinks Job. We all had dinner. And Ralph said, Dino would love this. So we flew out to California. I met with Dino De Laurentiis. Dino, for those of your fans who don't know who he was, he did King Kong, countless of movies. He was a genius of raising money. And so his offices were here on Cannon Drive at the time. And we went to downtown LA Motors, and I demonstrated how my products work in an automobile dealership. I was flying all around the country, Las Vegas a lot, and so forth.
So you're still East Coast at this time?
I was based in the East Coast. But
you kind of figure out this niche in the insurance world.
And then one of my agents out of Syracuse, New York, a guy by name Jim Generali. He was a good insurance salesman. He was making $30,000 a year. With me, he was making $100,000 a year.
It's a lot of money back then.
A lot of money. And I mean, $30,000 was a lot of money back then. He was making $100,000 with me. Plus, I got him a new Lincoln every year.
Because he was your top guy?
I brought him to Vegas. Everybody knew me in Vegas. You came to Vegas with me, and I said, give him a line of credit, $5,000, $10,000. You got it. Just like that, on my word. And I introduced him to Vegas. Well, he was out while I was flying around the country. He went out with my accountant and their gumadas. They got drunk, and my accountant told him, how the insurance company allowed me to use the money. Well, this bastard calls the insurance company. He says, I know what you're doing with Ori. I want you to give me the insurance company and get Ori out. Well, no, the insurance company had to panic because they didn't want to lose their license in the state of New York. Having an insurance license in the state of New York is a big thing for an insurance company. And he didn't get the company. I was able to TO it to my guy in Buffalo. But I eventually got 4.5 years it took them. State of New York did not indict me. The city of Utica did not. Mail fraud. They got me on 11 counts of mail fraud.
Bek Lover.